Hello and welcome back to part 36. Like usual, check the video description for any timestamps you want to jump to. Otherwise, thanks for sticking around for the play-by-play. We have all of this junk we're going to have to go through eventually. But right now, I don't think I have enough storage for it all. So we only brought in the good stuff from last video. We did manage to bury all of our enemies, thankfully. But we don't have that many graves ready for the next wave should another group come. We got, looks like 4 there, 2, another 2, so it's 8, another 2, that's 10. 10 graves ready, so that's probably less than half of what we'd be expecting to fight, maybe 30 enemies. Let's grab that fox. Looks like a lot of animals are just going to be probably dying to our traps here, unfortunately. Let's see what wildlife remains. So boars, a few females, more males, that's good. Deer, females and males. Foxes, just a mating pair. There's 1 goat still and 2 polecats. So it looks like the wolves died out, which is fine. We have our own domesticated wolves. Now we haven't trained them, which maybe one day I'll get around to doing that. Probably once we have the barn relocated and expanded upon. We've been making good progress on our western wall, southwest corner here. It's almost done. We got the outside piece, the corner here, done. I'll stylize that to match the other one for now. This one we are also working on expanding the base here so we can build an actual tower on the northwest corner. We have a merchant. I believe we traded with you last session, but you know what? Let's send someone to talk to you just in case. Not 100%. Definitely didn't ask them about that. Let's see what they got, if they have anything. Looks like I didn't trade with them, which is a good thing I came here to talk to them. We want your gold coins. What else do we want? We'll take more traps like usual. I don't want your flimsy boar pelt. I'll take your cheap stick traps. We want food. You have a lot of gold ingots. Should I trade for your gold ingots? You also have trout. Now we can fish ourselves if we wanted to. Oh, limestone brick, great. You brought me the one thing I always want. Do we want ice blocks? Probably not. Normally I'd be asking to get some beet seeds, but we have a decent amount. Let's trade some of this flax seed to make room. Let's trade some of these carrot seeds as well. We have so much clay bricks. If only they were worth more, I'd trade some of those. We have barley, but it's not really worth a lot. We got a lot of pickled vegetables ourselves. Now, let's get this trout. It'll save us time trying to get food and culling our own animals. We'll just be able to get a few people to throw these in the smokers to get smoked meat from that, smoked fish. Bread is already a meal that's made. I really feel like I should get this gold while I'm here. What does that value bring that up to though? Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount. Okay, do we want any of this? We don't need any of the animals. You're probably gonna need that animal just so we can you know what? We'll keep the shackles just in case we need to send any people away. But they're gonna need the animals to take any goods that we're sending. Now, let's sort this by value and go to the bottom. Yeah, we don't have a good enough reputation to sell them this. It's too bad. We got so much, so many. They also don't want people, even if they're their own people, I suppose. Maybe we'll have to go directly to their settlement to give them their people. Okay, what do we have here on the lower end that we want to trade away? We want to keep our salt. We have so much coal. Herb seeds, no, we'll keep. Let's get rid of a few of these just to free up space on our shelves. Barley, we'll keep our barley, it lasts forever. Mushrooms, let's get rid of that mushrooms, just taking up a whole spot on the shelf that we'll need for the fish that we're buying. Okay, I'll keep those, keep the leathers. Linen cloth, we have a lot. Let's see, it's not even worth a whole gold piece. So if we trade 522, we're still down quite a bit we need to get there, but we'll free up a lot of space. Might need to give them an animal or two to help carry some of this away. Beeswax is worth just the same. Let's see if we have anything a little bit more expensive we can trade. Apples are worth a little bit more. Cabbage is worth a little bit more. Oh, they'll take our flimsy clothing. Great. You know what? We'll keep the shackles. We already covered that. Let's get rid of this flimsy and sturdy clothing. We'll be able to make our own. We'll get rid of this wooden wall torch. I believe we grabbed that from that loot stash recently. Okay. They don't have enough space. They need some animals to help carry that. So we'll check on that in a moment. Let's just get through the rest of this clothing we want to get rid of. So we move up. Move up the list. There's flawless. I think we're past all the bad clothing. Right? This is stuff we want to keep up here. Okay. We want to get rid of a cattle? We have a lot of cattle. We got a lot of male cattle. Let's see if we can get rid of one of these older ones. Anyone have many years on them? Kevin, I suppose, is the oldest. Kevin the cow. Alright, so they're able to carry it now, but we're still not in range there, 10%. So let's see, let's go down, see if we can give them something we don't need. Was it thesis that we had a lot of before? We don't want to give away food, we want to be buying food. But we can give away the food that's not prepared yet. Oh, we got a lot of herbs. Maybe we'll just give away herbs. They're worth a decent amount. Yeah, 23. They have enough storage space, they can carry it. We're still making a trade in our favor. We're getting their gold coins, we need that. That's the preferred currency when you're trading for prisoners. Otherwise I need to trade the silver away. Get some traps, getting the limestone brick and just some meals and some trout that we can use to make some of our own smoked fish. Which I think it just shows up as smoked meat. It says smoked fish here, but I'm not sure if it actually shows up as smoked fish on the shelf. Right, we have smoked meat here. Our animals are hungry. Let's see what animals are hungry. Our cats are hungry. That's right. I Are they going to our food stores to eat then? Look at these cats. They are eating our smoked meat and our milk right off the shelf. Just like that. You know what? And that's fine. We have an abundance of food and the smoked items aren't even cooked. But look at all this. We got over 100, almost 200 of those. Pickled vegetables. Which, let's just do a quick look. Actually, let's just get rid of this off of the map here. Look how far that is. 20 tiles. I'm not going to worry about that. If there's a bandit camp closer, maybe I'll send some people over after we get raided. Fermenting. Let's see, beets. Rots in 2 years, decomposes in 11, so that's great. We like to have beets. See, these, not doing so great. Decomposes soon, rots even sooner. Barley, never and never, that's perfect. Cabbage, 4 days, 29 days. So I feel like maybe we'll stop planting cabbage and we'll just focus on beets, even carrots. Maybe it's because it's in the middle here. It's doing a little bit better temperature wise. But there's cabbage here in the middle. 27 days versus the beets. Look at that, 3 years. Carrots, 1 year. So cabbage, definitely not the best. I don't know if it's just maybe it grows faster that we'd want cabbage. So we have one lot here for cabbage. Flax, we got barley, herbs, we got beets, we got carrots. Barley, more barley, flax. So maximum yield 2 days. This is young versus a young one here. Maximum yield 2 days. Cabbage, young, maximum yield 3 days. I mean, I guess it needs more sunlight. Let's see, this cabbage is growing. This is flowering. This is ripe. So ripe carrots give us 14. Should we wait a moment and see what's going on here? This one's growing. It's almost done growing there. We'll take a look at that. Any of these close to done? Yeah, let's increase the speed here a little bit. Accumulated sunlight. See, this tree's probably not helping. It's got all the sunlight. Kingdom of York merchants leaving, that's great. So this is ripe and it's giving us 14 carrots. How much do the beets give us? I'm gonna chop this tree down. I mean, this is giving us 5 in the growing stage. This is only giving us 2 in the growing stage, which is terrible compared to the carrots. Let's increase that speed a little bit more. Alright. So this is ripe. We get 15 beets. That's great. That's more than the carrot one, which is 14. Are any of these close? These ones are close. Maximum yield 3 days. Maximum yield 4 days. And it's winter now. I doubt these are gonna grow at all. Halted, yeah, okay. Let's take a look. See what progress we have going on here now that we've been sidetracked on the farming for a moment. Our people should have caught up on our digging a little bit. Let's see what progress we've made down here in what we've dubbed the coal hole. So this coal is on the outside now of what we want to dig. So we can start filling this in with dirt. Start filling this in with dirt. And we can do a little bit more. That one is underneath. Is there anything here next to this that we need to dig out? No, that looks good. Right. Start filling some more of this in. Little by little. And while they're filling that in, can mine this away. Can mine this away. Keep that down to a minimum as well in the winter. We don't want to be spending too much time out here. Let's fill in this section. And we can start also, let's take a look, instead of our food, let's take a look at material. We got limestone brick. We got a lot of that in supply to make our block walls. Let's see if we can start that on the outside here as well. Right. Slow progress on this, slowly filling this in. Our people are building this one out. Let's see if we can stylize this. And then we can add these in. Then once this is done, we can get rid of this ladder, put the last piece up here, and then we'll be able to start filling in these all the way to this spot here where we've stopped momentarily because we have just this temporary wall built. But now that this is built here, I feel confident we can get rid of all of this. Get rid of this wood. We don't need this here. We can go put that with our other supplies. This is done up to the end here. Whoa, too far. We don't want to dig under here. We just want to dig the moat out. Right now it's just the dry moat. Not fun digging that out in the winter. We got extra trees here. What button is that? B to chop down trees. Alright. These are growing. We'll let that grow. This one's mature. Clicked on the wrong one there. That one can go. That's another one. That's another one. Right. I have a decent amount of wood coming in here. More trees. Let's see how these apple trees have been doing. Ripening. That's mature. That's fine. Budding. Young one. We'll let that one grow. Budding. Flowering. Start down here. Ripening. Flowering. Ripening. Also ripening. Budding. Budding. Ripening. Budding. Flowering. Okay. That one is growing. We'll let you grow. How many trees we got here? 2. They're growing. A lot of trees sprouting out in this area, I guess. Ivy shrubs. Is that barley here? That's right. Let's just harvest that. Some free barley. Let these bushes just grow and die instead of wasting our people's time. Point of interest. Is it just the bandit camp? Yes, it is. Okay. Looks like we managed to seal in some of those. That one's sealed in here. Okay, let's fill that up. What progress has been made under here? We got one left. Seal that in. Seal these. Fill that up. fill that in as well. How are we looking over here? Made some progress. Okay. Let's work on mining this away little by little as well. Just get our people to work on all these outward pieces. Is anyone trapped over here? No one is trapped. Okay, soil. Fill that in there. This one we can start mining away. We're going to want to mine away this as well. But we don't want our people to get trapped here. So let's start filling this in. We'll start filling it in outwards. I guess we'll go this way. Start filling in this soil here as well. You know what? This can go up first, and then we'll actually be able to fill this wall building it from the top. No, Buddy. Buddy the wolf died. Sad. Alright, looks like we've made some progress here. Let's update our construction blueprints. Alright. We want to start putting in a slope here to prepare to mine downwards. But we also don't want our people getting trapped. Let's just do one at a time here. Not in a rush to get that done. We do have more important things to do. Clay mining is not something that's big on our agenda. Another fox. Let's get some more fox fur. Oh no, were these the... Is this the rest of our fox wildlife? Yeah, unfortunately. We weren't able to tame any foxes in this map, unfortunately. We'll have to wait for the opportunity where maybe some of them just spawn into the map, like a migrating herd, and then we take the opportunity to just try to tame them. It'd be nice to have foxes in our base so we could get, you know, fox leather. It's the most exotic animal I think we could maybe get leather from. I don't know if it's the fanciest one for our people, but it's definitely not common. Once these three are built, we'll be able to start filling this in with dirt. Red currant has rotted. I like having the variety of food, but maybe cabbage is better to give to the animals for the animal feed than the beets and the carrots, but I don't think that really matters, right? Cabbage, beets, carrots, it's all available, even like barley and mushrooms, which barley I like to just save for the bread for our own people. Alright, we have too many things just lying around out here. Let's take a quick moment. We'll update this one spot here. Whoops. Get that sorted out, and then we will start putting away. Let's see, what do we have here that we can put away? We got wool rugs. Superior, you know what? Do we have flawless in here? No, these are superior. I don't know if it'd be worth saving for the flawless ones to put in that room. But what do we have out here? Stick trap, wooden traps, stick traps, wall torch. So the wall torch we're gonna sell. Let's see, we can just put this in there. What else do we got? Fire traps, more fire traps. Trophies, fire traps. We want to save fire traps. We don't want to just put all our fire traps out. Fermenting juice. Put that out. Superior wool rug. Okay, so let's put that in here. We can always move these later on. But let's see if we can get our main hall feeling a bit fancier. Oil press, fire trap, fire traps, metal traps. Let's get these metal traps put out. Eventually we're gonna kill all the wildlife out there. How close is this? Oh, it's not fermenting. It's too cold in there. We gotta definitely make a room for that. Otherwise we'll never get that fine aged wine. Okay. Looks good. Cold snap. It's terrible. Our people are not gonna want to be working outside. I mean, they're gonna be working outside, but they're not gonna be having a good time. Let's see if I can change that. These are iron. Let's just put an iron one here for now. Can fill the soil in. Now, what level of soil did we do on these? Was it 2 layers off of this base ground that we did? Right, that's soil and that's soil. So it's dirt here. 2 floors of dirt on the main floor. Happy birthday, Oswald. So this is the main layer here. So it's 1 layer of dirt, 2 layers of dirt. Wonder if I should have done the block walls here, but maybe it's better that way. Do the dirt. I mean, if it turns out the enemy's digging through it easier in the future, like they end up mining through it instead of destroying it, then maybe I'll just put out the building, like the towers with the block walls instead. Okay. What do we got? We got a painting here to put out. I believe we had a spot here to put that next to. Perfect. Look at this nice artwork we have here. Can't even look at it properly. How do I focus in on the floor that I want to focus in on? It's so hard. There's too many layers. Too many layers. Alright. How are we doing with getting rid of things down here? We got wall banners to make room for. More fire traps. Another metal trap. No, that one's already allocated. That's allocated. More fire traps. Fermenting. More fire traps. Did we allocate this fine mirror? No, we didn't. Okay. These bedrooms don't all have one. I think it was the layer under. They all have one on this side. Okay. Good. Add that fine mirror. Good one, fine one, painting, rug, wooden trap. Oops, clicked by accident. Alright, wooden trap. You go here with these. That looks like a fire trap exploded. There's oil on the ground. Looks like this stuff's rotting away out here. Decomposes 5 days. That's fine. There's a lot of junk out here. You know what? We'll take that sturdy short bow just because it's a ranged weapon and we don't want to be running low on our ranged weapons. We want those to be, you know, in stock, because even just having something is better than having nothing. I don't want to break them down. We have a decent amount, but anytime that we're here fighting, we want to make sure these are stocked. And I didn't do a great job lately of checking these. Thankfully we do have some weapons now, but they're mostly sturdy or flimsy. Definitely need to do a better job making more of these. Set these to 10 maybe. Alright, we got more soil to fill in here. We were mining out all that rocky soil nearby. Cold snap is still happening. We can put this in here. Oop, wrong piece. Alright. That's good. This is being put in all the way, almost. Making progress. Let's speed up the game there. Go a little bit faster so we can get progress done on this. Looks like we've been mining this away. We lost a cattle. Sad. Alright. Looks like the coal hole is no longer a coal hole. It's great news. We can fill in the soil here. People are finally suffering from cold. Did I go down too low? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, this is the wrong spot of the map. Where are we? We're over here. Want to see if we got this in the right spot. We do. Alright. It's going. It's getting filled in. Making progress in this direction. I'm gonna leave this for now so our people can cut through here instead of having to run a little bit further around. Start filling that in. How many settlers are suffering? Several. 4 settlers are suffering. You know what, maybe once this is built it won't be so bad for them who are working in this area. You know what, let's just cancel that. Cold snap's going to be over soon. It's taking too long to bring material there to be meaningful. I should have just forced one of the settlers to work on that immediately. This dirt is 100%. It just looks cracked. Clay here. We can mine all that out as well. Mine that away slowly. Mine this away. Nice, block has decomposed. That's great. Let's fill in more of this. This side's still getting filled in. Let's leave that for now. This is almost done here. We still got about 100 limestone bricks, so that's good. Happy birthday, Macus. That reminds me, let's take a look at our prisoners. Let's see, we were converting a few of them. There's one here, Summerhild. I think you were a cannibal. Yeah, so we didn't want to recruit you. Hopefully we'll trade you to the Faithful Sons of England one day. I believe that's them. They're still hostile, so we're not sending a trade caravan there anytime soon. Last attempt failed. Let's see. Eric, he has 4 hours dedicated to his role duties, which include trying to convert people. You are one of them. You are another one here. That one also failed recently. 26% last one successful, and you're not being converted currently. Let's get these taken out of here. Can you imagine just like you walk into the prison, there's just like a helmet and there's like a club there. We got 10 packaged meals for you. How are our prisoners doing? Look at that, 72% mood, 61% mood. Now, there was one, someone was like dying before. I think it was Hawaii's. Yeah, he was the one, our most recent prisoner who was wounded. Last attempt failed. He is the one with great skills here. We wanted to recruit him. Now let's just do a quick overview. Yeah, we have 3 prisoners here. Let's add him to the list to being recruited. That way it'll give Eric about an hour with each of them. Cold snap has ended. Seems like that went on for a while, but wasn't actually keeping track of how many days. Flimsy cap has been destroyed. How is our clothing looking? Apparel. We have good clothing. We have a few hats. We need more hats. You know what? Maybe I should just make a second station here for hats. That would make more sense. I haven't spent any time on the inside of our base to kind of like go over our workshops lately. Failure on my part there. I hope they don't try to build a wall here. Right, let's take this ladder apart and we can put this last block in here, and then we can start filling that in through the top. Now we are going to need more limestone. We did get some from that trade caravan not too long ago, but it's not going to do us much good since we're running low again. And we don't have much here. We got 28 raw materials. So let's see if we can find just any regular limestone patches. We can worry about our settlers suffering from cold a little bit for winter. Or just working out in the cold too long. Alright, we'll set these. These are pure limestone sections right now. Let's see, you have good and fine, good and fine, flawless, good and fine, right? Did we select that to be built? I don't remember that being built on an angle. Oops. Settlers are exhausted. You're gonna go sleep though. That's good. That's good. Alright, that was taken down. We can put that in. Now I'm wondering if it'd be a good idea to just build this here, fill in these two with dirt, and then I'll be able to just put the blueprint in here, and my people will be able to just climb up these ladders and then build these outwards from the top. I hope they're not gonna try to like swim here and try to build that. Let's see, maybe Deermod can construct these. Because it'd be nice, instead of them running around going east, south, west, north to get here and fill this in, they could just go out here, go north and west. I know it's still a little bit of a walk, or at least they won't have to walk this extra length back and forth. Deermod is suffering from the cold. Sorry, Deermod. It's like -10 outside. Alright, built the one. Let's let him go to sleep. It's his time to sleep. Ulrich. Oh, someone's already building this. Perfect. Eric. Ulrich is here to mine. You know what? I should probably move this fire trap somewhere else. Probably closer to our gate here. Let's we already have one here. Let's move it over there. Let's see. We still don't have room for all of this stuff. We can install a well somewhere. This is gonna decompose if we don't deal with it. So let's start thinking about how we're gonna make room for that well. What's going on here? Are these invisible tiles again? They are. Can I... What was the trick last time? We go down to the bottom layer and then back up. Yes, that worked. Hey, a bear! A bear has arrived. It's mature though, so we're not gonna try taming that. Gonna hold out hope for a younger bear to show up one day. Let's see, we got 70 blocks. We'll use that right now, those 70 blocks. We'll let this get built, then we'll work the second layer outside of that after. Then we'll be able to get this piece, then we'll be able to do that, and then we can start filling in this corner. Hopefully we'll have some more limestone bricks available. It's not as cold now, or at least during the evening. It'll get colder at night, I bet. It's about what, -5, -6 right now. Oh, we can turn this off. We've been wasting fuel on that for who knows how long. There's like limestone in between here, but we won't be able to get there until we get some of these other pieces mined out. But we'll wait a little bit. Wait a little bit for that. Continue on with this. See how this is coming along. It's getting filled in. Okay. Alright, we got 60. Use 40 of that over there. It's going to be 50 there and 60 to do that. Right? These stick out 5, isn't it? Right. 5 out, so that will be 5 out that way, 5 out this way. Auto saving. Thank you, autosave. I should probably turn that off. I don't really rely on the autosave. So with that sticking out 5 that way and 5 this way, then they meet at this corner. How are we doing for dirt? Over 1,000 dirt, that's good. I hope we don't get raided while this is under progress like this. I don't want them to use our ladders and start like breaking these walls down or climbing up here. I mean, I feel like they'd be able to climb up this, but maybe they would make a ladder to climb onto this piece and then walk through this Merlon. I think that's how the game works. I think you can just walk through these. I don't think you can build ladders up through this, right? Yeah, it's blocked, but they could build a ladder here if they were so inclined. But I feel like then they would just do that on this side. They just build 2 ladders. They would be trapped on this area though. They'd have to walk over, build a ladder on the other side. But I suppose the way this is built, they could build ladders like that as well. Have to put the Merlon going across and sticking out a little bit. Gardening, crafting wooden item. Making our weaponry here. Right, we need our weapons. We need good quality weapons. Looking good. filled in. Now this says it can't be reached, but obviously it can, right? I can stand here. Can't find path to soil. Let's see if I can mine this out. Maybe this is a problem. Can't find path to dirt. Does this soil not exist here? Like, what is going on? Are we gonna have to go around? Let's go all the way down. Go to the bottom layer here. Let's go back up. See if anything loaded weird. Yeah, I don't know. That looks normal. Maybe we'll be able to build it out this way, and then once these are built, we'll be able to put that in. Otherwise, I'm gonna mine it out and see if that fixes the problem. Weird. Alright. This is getting more and more filled. Getting excited. We'll be able to start putting in our barn update, which I haven't really thought about what that's going to look like. I was planning on it going from pretty much this corner all the way to this corner here. Maybe something as wide as that. But I don't know if I want it that wide. Might do it all the way from like that corner down here to pretty much like where the keep is here and up. But I don't want it to block this area. Now obviously this we're going to be moving probably a little bit further to the side here. We got a friendly visit from chaplain level 2, which we don't have a church for you to go to. So thanks for showing up, but it's pretty much all you're going to be doing is just showing up. Wolfled? No. Wolfled. W-L-F. How do you pronounce that? Is that silent? It's one of our prisoners. He's a washout now. Getting wet makes her as miserable as sin. Wolfled? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Probably butchering it, I apologize. Alright. Got more of this to mine away. Getting closer to this corner, which is nice. So maybe we'll have these two finished around the same time. Mining away more of this. Making good progress. Even in the winter, our people are usually unhappy digging out so far. Right, we got 51 of these. Let's spend 50 there. How are we looking in the limestone area? Not doing so great here. Let's see if we can get any of these other pieces that are pure limestone. That one is, but we gotta mine away these corners before we can get to that. That's got gold on it. So there's limestone here, but that's behind these. It's all iron. Yeah, it's mostly mixed with iron. I mean, there's a few, looks like, in this area. So maybe we'll focus on mining this section next. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the video. Gonna see how much more of this we can fill in. Can't reach those yet. I wonder if, you know what, maybe we'll fill in this dirt here, and then we'll mine this away, and then we'll fill in dirt going to this flat piece here, and then we'll be able to walk in on that layer. Chaplain is leaving from the Anchoring Disciples. Thanks for your visit. Alright, good news. We managed to get to this area and sort that problem out. We ran out of limestone brick completely. You know what, maybe we should send a trade caravan. I feel like it's been a while. Now, we're neutral with these people. These ones were neutral, but still in the negative. They visited us recently and they brought us limestone. They are hostile. They're hostile. They're 6 tiles away. You know what, maybe on the next video, or if we can get to the morning in the next few minutes, I'll see if I can put a trade caravan together to send to them. Otherwise, in the meantime, just fill this in more and more, little by little, so we don't have enough to build that now. So you know what, let's cancel this. We need to be able to fill that brick in. As we go, instead of filling in this area here. Maybe in the meantime we take some of this apart. We're not really going to be using this for too much longer. I don't think we need the defenses from the side here, because we'll have our people lining this wall and maybe up here instead of this section too much. So we can start taking that apart, use those resources. Otherwise we're kind of stuck with what we got. We got to wait for them to dig out, which we have 82 raw limestone now. They made friends, that's great. Let's see what else we got here. We got another carpet we can put in. More fire traps. Now we got a pheasant trophy. Do we want to put a pheasant trophy in someone's bedroom? Just for now. I know we wanted to do a few things in the bedrooms. I think we'll save that for the next video. Same with that trade caravan that we'll worry about, which it's pretty much in the morning now. So when I start the next video, we'll be able to send out the trade caravan. We'll start working on sprucing up the bedrooms a little bit. So got a nice defensive wall. I'll just zoom out a little bit here. This is our east. This is north. That makes this west. So our northwest corner, making good progress. So the idea is going to be for this, obviously it's going to have the outside of the limestone block made out of the limestone bricks. The center is going to be dirt. This is what I consider our ground floor for the rest of the base. So from here, that'll be dirt on the inside. We're going to do very similar inside here to this, to these armories, where we do the clay brick floor, give it a little bit of contrast on the inside, save materials. It's a little torch. But for this, we're probably going to have two doors. The idea will be here on the ground floor, we'll have reinforced door on each of the corners. That'll go this way, and then moving in here to this spot in the center where we'll have a ladder going vertically. Maybe we'll have one entrance, I'm not sure yet. Maybe two. And then that will go out on this floor here, which will have the clay brick floor, have a door going out here, and that'll lead into another armory. A little bit bigger than the ones at the front gate, but we'll have ladders going up to the top. We'll have an armory, so that way if anyone's weapons break or armor breaks in this section until we get the other corners put up, then they'll have a way to change their weapons up in case something breaks, put on more armor if something breaks. They'll also be able to, I don't know if I'll put an infirmary in there, but it might be a good idea to just lie down in a bed real quick. So I've been thinking on the top floor, and by top floor I mean like on the ramparts here. On the corners I'm gonna have, we're gonna redo this, probably do an actual like room up here. That way, in case in the future, if the enemy ever does break our walls down, our merlins, and they're managed to build ladders going up, if they, you know, this is going to be before we even have the moat put in, if they end up putting ladders to go up, I don't want them to just be able to like run around here and like, you know, run to the front, take our ladder down and start breaking our doors, because the more doors we put, that's kind of like more choke points to slow the enemy down where our archers will be able to shoot them. And then we'll pretty much be able to have a tower that rises up over the walls here as well. Just one extra layer, which is going to be good considering, you know, this is kind of raised here on this side still. I don't know if that's going to give them any more range, but it'll give them more accuracy. And then having a reinforced door going in and out on these top parts of the walls will stop the enemy from just like running around. Obviously, once that corner is built, I'll take this down. And then we'll start, you know, working on the same thing on this corner since it's getting close to being built on the outside. And I think we'll work on this one after that since this is more or less set up. And then this will be the last corner that we work on. We'll start digging that. Going to be a little while before we do that though. I'm not sure if I want to work on the defenses to finalize those first and get all that dug out, because there probably is more limestone here that we can use. There's more iron. We don't really need the iron ingots. There's, I think, some coal in here, but at least we won't have to dig too far out. And then this will, we can, I guess, dig on the inside. But we'll see. I've been putting off things for so long. We were many years in game time into this, and this is where I'm supposed to be putting my temple in this section. We still have this temporary temple And then this is where I was supposed to put my larger barn, and this, this isn't exactly small, but with the amount of animals I have in there, like let's take a quick peek. Like look at all of those. Thankfully they're still growing in size in population, but just have so many. I'd like to give them a bigger home. So you know what, this is our base so far. Still got a decent amount of work to do on it, but I think we're defended pretty well, even without the water at the moment. It's going to be probably another year or two in game time before we manage to dig out even just like the top layer of this that we need to dig out, because we do want to dig out this second layer out as well, the water at that level. And I'm worried about flooding the map, but you know what, if we have all the materials we need, maybe flooding this area that has all these resources isn't really gonna matter, because I'll have all the limestone I need built out here already, and then I can just trade for the rest on a map this size. We've taken what we needed. We don't really need to spend the time. Like, I got all this steel, I got all this iron, got way more clay than we need. But I guess we'll have to line the bottom of this with clay, so maybe we don't have enough clay yet. We'll see. Anyway, that's been video 36, part 36 of my Let's Play series. Thanks again for the views. I appreciate you supporting the channel. So, thanks for stopping by. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Have a great one.